So, but it's good. I mean, good experience. We gave a good out.
Just showed you that he is a great fighter, but I'm going into this camp.
Mario is gonna go out there and just put a beating on Manny. I think Manny's a little too old, but I mean, he's a legend. He already did what he did, so I really don't see a reason for him to come back. But
at their first news conference, Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios got into a furious argument. In response to the question of whether Barrios was significantly younger, Pacquiao merely chuckled and said, "Don't worry about it." His composed, yet assured reply demonstrated the veteran's unwavering faith in his skills, laying the groundwork for an intense confrontation.
And are you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it.
Mario Barrios is full of quiet confidence going into this crucial fight. In interviews with the media, the young fighter expressed his complete faith in his own abilities, as well as the plan his team has devised. Barrios underlined that they are not going into this fight unprepared, having researched Pacquiao's style, skills, and tendencies. The strategy is clear, targeted and tailored to capitalize on what he sees as a generational divide, he says. His poised demeanor indicates that he views this fight as a chance to practice what he has been taught for rather than as an uphill battle.
When you see the Manny Pacquiao fight, what can you learn from that fight?
It showed that, combination punchers, that's how Pacquiao, was landing, his punches, combinations. And, it just showed you that, he is a great fighter, but I'm going into this camp, into this fight confident, everything right with our game plan. And I'm going to try to execute it as best as.
The same level of intensity that characterized Manny Pacquiao's peak is reflected in his training schedule. Even at 46, his footwork is deliberate, his moves are precise, and his combinations are clear. Pacquiao seems to be concentrating on perfecting the minutiae rather than just getting in shape, according to observers. His camp exudes a feeling of urgency, not desperation, but a will to demonstrate that this comeback is more than just a token gesture. The disciplined Filipino icon seems to be in a state of mind where he ignores the sounds around him.
Roger Fernandez. Si Roger Fernandez.
Contrary to the notion that Pacquiao had completely retired from boxing, it has come to light that he continued to be involved in low-key or unofficial exhibition bouts. He maintained his reflexes and his instruments sharp, even though they didn't make the news. These underground fights were essential to maintaining his timing and training. Pacquiao's choice to continue exercising after retiring demonstrates his unwavering passion for the game. He has been working quietly and maintaining rhythm, so he isn't going back to the ring cold.
A lot of people say, well, he's been inactive, he's older. Man, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience, and his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight, and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he been working. It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights, and it keep you off bold. Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys, to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight. If they hadn't fought in a minute, just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp. So if they got in the ring and they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd seem like they just recently fought.
Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, a boxer, was blunt in his assessment of the Pacquiao-Barrios bout. Despite acknowledging Pacquiao's legendary reputation, Rodriguez firmly believed in youth. He claims that Barrios' youthful vitality and physical freshness will be too much for the 46-year-old great to handle. Rodriguez highlighted the dangers of coming out of retirement to take on an energetic, motivated opponent by going so far as to predict a thrashing. Rodriguez believes that while experience is important, it just cannot compensate for Barrios' physical advantages, which include speed, stamina, and recovery time.
I think Mario is gonna go out there and just put a beating on Manny. I think Manny's a little too old, but I mean, he's a legend. He already did what he did, so I really don't see a reason for him to come back. But if he wants to get in the ring with Mario, then I guess Mario has to show him that he has a youth, and Manny Pacquiao shouldn't just stay retired.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of fans are saying,
Yeah.
and are still kind of disbelief. But even looking at social media and the fans, they're thrilled just to see him back. So just to have him in the ring, and fighters at that age are not competing.
I think that just says a lot about the type of fighter Manny Pacquiao is, the stardom he has. I mean, he's what, 46, 47?
He's 46.
And people are still excited to see him fight. So, I mean, that just says a lot about him and what he's done in his career. So, like I said earlier, to see a friend I grew up with fight Manny Pacquiao is going to be pretty cool. And it's the same night. So, it's a huge night for San Antonio boxing.
Teddy Atlas, a seasoned commentator, highlighted Barrios' weight class change to add a new angle to the discussion. Although many people view Barrios' size and youth as obvious benefits, Atlas contended that these characteristics could be deceptive. He clarified that before switching to welterweight, Barrios competed in smaller weight classes. Atlas claims that this undermines the argument that Barrios has a real size advantage over Pacquiao. Rather, the analyst said the matchup is more evenly matched than it seems.
Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course, we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was that
108 pounds.
Round. You could move around. Navigate a little bit, say this, say that. But there comes to a certain point with everything that no matter how much you move the furniture around, you still know what room you're in. You still know what room. You can't fool yourself. And he's in a room where he's 46 years old with 72 fights. I rest my case, counselor.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao was praised by longtime trainer Justin Fortune, who likened him to Michael Jordan. The parallel focused on long-term, consistent excellence, rather than just brilliance. Despite his advanced age, Fortune stressed that Pacquiao hasn't let himself get rusty or complacent. His training habits demonstrate a mental acuity that is unusual even among active champions, and his discipline has maintained him in fighting shape.
The age, yeah, I mean, but it's not, listen, he's 45, 46. Are you leaving jail? 45, 46, but he's not. He's always active. So he's always staying active. He's always doing something, mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport, something cardio. So, no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Well, what they, Diaz beat. I mean, different Diaz.
He's already as fast as he's been all the years. He hasn't lost a beat.
No, maybe if he did lose a beat, he's still faster than anyone else out there. But you just have to set a schedule because he's not 25 anymore. So yeah.
But what does it mean to boxing that he's back? What does it mean? Like, you can feel the festive energy.
Of course, because he's
an icon.
He's an icon. He's Pacquiao. He's the Jordan of boxing. Simple as that.
No, he has more championships than Jordan. He has 8.
No, I mean, he's
he's an
famous.
iconic figure. Yeah, he is.
And boxing needs it.
Yeah. No, it's true. The sport is hurting. There's nobody like Manny. Well, you're very popular these days. Everyone loves
Pacquiao-Barrios views this bout as the apex of his boxing career rather than merely a stepping stone. It is a moment of pride, pressure, and great opportunity to take on a legend like Manny Pacquiao. Although Barrios has publicly acknowledged his respect for Pacquiao's legacy, he has also stated that his performance will not be impacted by this regard. Barrios is here to win, regardless of respect. This is a statement, not only a pay raise or a publicity battle.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit.
Yeah, my sister's a beast, man. Like, she couldn't spar other females a lot of times.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was, like, overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And, so, yeah, most of the time, smart partners, they were dudes. But I couldn't really even, like spar with her serious until I was like 17 or 18.
Wow.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you've spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and the update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we've talked about Conor Ben, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England. We could have done it in the US. We could have done it in Riyadh season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC world champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So
that concludes the video for today. Watch this space for the next one.